So today, my manager made me cry. It sounds kind of funny, but like I'm not much of a crier, but I don't know what happened. I've been kind of stressed out lately for a bit of reasons, and I think that him yelling at me today kind of was like I guess you can say the last straw, because what happened was, I'm not going to go into great detail about it, but we have to do things called Passovers and drops in our shift, and we have to make money for the next shift over, and after we do that, we just make these drops, and we essentially, the only point of them is just to empty out our cash register so there's not too much money in our cash register. There's paperwork that goes along with it. We take a certain amount, let's say I'll take $300 in 20s out of the cash register. I'll put it in a pouch, and I'll have I'll make a receipt for a drop receipt, and I'll drop it, which is a little slot, and you can put it in the safe. Well, what happened was I accidentally dropped the 2 pouches that are used for the Passover. I didn't record that in the system. For another pouch for a drop, instead of it being it was actually $180, I accidentally said it was $200 on the receipt. There's hundreds of dollars missing. It said I was short when the shift was over. And I feel like a normal person, a manager, would look at that and be like, oh, okay, obviously it was lost in the drops. Let me look at it. I'm sure, and because really, I am never more than a few dollars short in my drawer. So I went back in the office with him, and very instantly he realized oh, here's the Passover money, you accidentally dropped it. But he just started yelling at me, and he every time he would ask me explain this, he would ask me to explain it, and so I would begin to, then he would keep interrupting me, and it was I had to fight him to actually get in an explanation, even though he was asking for one. And you have to understand that my manager is this 5'7" Indian man, and he's lived in India most of his life, and if anyone who doesn't know, I think really Indian people, a lot of them are very intense people. There have been a lot of times since I started working there where he will be yelling at me, and he's not really yelling at me, that's just who he is. He's just very intense. But this time it was a lot. He was I don't understand, you've been here for over 3 weeks, you should be getting this down perfectly. And this is the first time this has really ever happened, but he's acting like I'm always doing this. I've just been really stressed out lately, and he's just yelling at me, um, for a ridiculous reason. So I'm finally able to clock out. Um, I get in the car, my boyfriend's in there, and we're in the car wash. We're going through the car wash, and I just start like crying, and I'm not like crying hysterically. I'm like crying like he doesn't really notice I'm doing it for a while. And it's like, he's like, "What's wrong with you?" And like, I think he was kind of weirded out because we've been together for about 2 years now, and he's never actually seen me cry. So he told me not to take it personally, which obviously I know not to, but it's just still, it's like when you're going through like a really stressful time, and then like someone's yelling at you, and you can't really like tell them to shut the hell up because they're your boss. It's very frustrating. So also I've been like working these actually I think it's been like 8 days since my last day off, because he has me working these, like, he doesn't know how, he's horrible at making the schedule, so he has me working 6 days a week, and it was, the last time I had a day off was like 2 or 3 days over from the previous work week, so it's been about 7 or 8 days since my last day off, and finally tomorrow is my first day off in a while, and which is nice, but like literally, me working 7 or 8 days in a row, it ends with me crying. So, needless to say, I do not like my new job. But, I feel like I'm doing a good job, but there are like these very strange standards. And the Shell that, the gas station that I'm at, it's very, they do things very differently, and because all the other ones, everyone does like 8 or 9 hour shifts, and they most work like, 4 days a week, and even when they're working full time. But where I work, we have like split shifts, so like I think like 2 or 3 times I'll work like a normal full shift, it's like 8 or 9 hours, but like the rest of the days of the week I'm working like these 3.5, 4 hour shifts. And on these shifts, where's a bug? I'm like doing maintenance and like cleaning and really anything needs to be done. I just think that's really dumb. There's something different about my gas station compared to the other ones. I don't understand why they have to be different, done differently. I don't know. But I think it's kind of funny that I did cry though. I wasn't crying like hysterically. I only did it for like a couple minutes, but I guess I just did it because I was like just so stressed out. But yeah, I don't know what else to talk about. So there's this person who keeps on commenting saying that their nuts are tingling, and I don't really have the heart to block them, but that's really weird. And on the first 4 or 5 videos where they did this, I just ignored them. I didn't comment back or anything. But finally on one video, I was just like, okay, really? And then I commented saying that. And that's just... You get a lot of people... You know, you get a lot of different types of comments on really any kind of video you'll post on YouTube. And, you know, you'll get positive ones, you'll get negative ones, and you'll get just comments that you can't really make sense of. I'm drinking this green apple soda. Then I went to the grocery store finally. But there's like typically like a few weeks where I actually have food, and then because I shop on a month-to-month basis. And so like I'll have like a couple weeks I'll have food, and a couple weeks I'll just have like I'll have to kind of like scrounge, I guess you can say. And unfortunately, even when I do have food, I'm so on the fence of what I want to eat. But I got there's this green apple soda, and it's very good. I got these, I think I did a video where I was eating these. They're just, they're, dry pineapple. It's Publix brand. Oops. But yeah, I think that's about it. Kind of in a weird mood. Okay, well, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.